Hey everyone, it's the Personal Gamer here, back with another 5 series video today. In this one, I'm going to cover a few things that will help you secure that W when playing in ranked. The 5 today range from mechanical skill, to game sense, and even learning to trust total strangers, which goes against everything our parents told us growing up. As you could guess, I had difficulty coming up with the name for this video because of the multiple topics. So, introducing my most clickbait title yet, here's 5 ways to win more games. Now of course there's more than 5 elements that will contribute to your win-loss ratio, so I'm just going to cover the skills that I personally benefited from when climbing up the ranks. The first one is probably the most fundamental and important skill I've mentioned so far across all my videos. That is the power of the Infield Pass. As fun as continually shooting when you're even remotely close to the opposing net is, putting the ball on a plate for your teammate delivers a sense of gratification that will help you rest easy at night. The Infield Pass is simple to perform and incredibly effective, but this is heavily underused even in the higher ranks. If you watch any professional game, literally any because it happens so often, you'll see the constant infield passing in both offensive and defensive positions. This one small action can create a golden opportunity for your teammate to score an easy goal, or just maintain possession and reset the play. And if your teammate happens to miss the easy shot, you can flame the shit out of him, say better luck next time champ, and continue on with the game. Regardless of the outcome, getting your head up and looking for your teammate will lead to more goals. It might not be a viable option every time you're attacking, but ingraining the process of trying to find a pass before deciding to solo play will significantly increase your chances of securing the win. The second one is about placing your shots and securing goals. If your rank is between bronze and gold, getting the shot on target should be your main priority. Once you've broken through into the platinum and diamond ranks, it starts to become something to consider. And then once you're into the champion and GC range, shot placement is everything. Shooting is all about the percentages. You want to be directing the ball into an area of the goal that will lead to the highest success rate. In a straight up 1v1 when your opponent's in the centre of the goal, that will usually be the top corners. In essence though, no matter where you are, the opponent's top bins should be your main target. Consistently hitting the top corners is something that can be improved on by using training packs such as the upper 90 shooting currently featured in the training menu. But interpreting the positioning of your opponents can increase your shooting options and your percentage of success. Here's an example. In this clip, the ball is about to come down towards my car in a shooting position. I can see all 3 players covering the goal. One of them is in a good position to react, but he is off his line, so a high shot could work. But the rate of success is lower if I shoot high because one player is already in the air falling towards the centre of the goal and the other one has landed on the backboard. Due to the positioning of the first opponent's car, it's most likely that he'll turn to his left to cover the vacant side of the goal, which leaves me one option with the highest percentage of success, the bottom left corner. As well as placing the ball, remember to follow up your shots. In the words of Steve Stifler, you don't score until you score. Shooting the ball towards net and driving away thinking you've just scored an absolute banger could cost you an overtime win or the goal that forces the opposition into an early forfeit. So don't focus on whether you're going to jump off the ceiling or drive over to celebrate with the exceptional crowd after scoring a goal. Stay in the play and blast the ball in from close range if you have to. The third one is knowing when you have time. Going straight into panic mode anytime the ball is in the defensive half or something unpredictable happens is probably one of the hardest habits to shake. The best way to prevent losing your head is to improve your map awareness, so you can identify when you can take time with executing a more difficult mechanic, or slow play the ball out of your own half rather than clearing the ball and giving possession back to the opposition. This principle is most testing in 3v3 matches because the gameplay is much faster and you generally have less time to perform actions. But this skill is mostly about knowing your surroundings and being composed when the ball is at your wheels. If you find yourself falling into panic mode a lot during games, try playing some 1v1 and 2v2. With less opponents on the field, you'll find yourself with more frequent windows of opportunity, which will help you stay calm and collected so you can make the best decision possible. If you're struggling with identifying when you have time on the ball and feel your overall awareness needs some work, check out one of my previous videos on how to improve your game senses. The fourth one is something that only you can help yourself with, and psychologically I think it's the most important thing you can do to win more games. You need to trust your teammates. If you are constantly doubting the two other people you've matched up with, it's going to impact your positioning, decision making, and your performance in general. Trusting the two guys you have either side of you is an absolute must, and that also goes for the random people you play with while solo queuing. If you don't trust your teammates, things like double committing and a lack of pressure are going to be a common occurrence, which will put your team in a compromised position and leave you vulnerable to conceding. No matter what you think of the Rocket League population or how bad the ranked matchmaking system is sometimes, if you load into a game and immediately underestimate the ability of your teammates, you're going to struggle to win. Let them do their thing and they might just surprise you. There will be the odd players who don't seem comfortable and might whiff throughout the game. If that happens, adapt and maybe take a more passive approach when he's on the ball. But don't go into games with a negative predisposition of the one or two players you're supposed to rely upon. And if other players are really pissing you off one day, play some ones, because the only person you can blame is the man in the mirror. The final way you can win more games is the easiest of them all in theory, but not in execution. Don't give up and don't type. Rocket League, like most sports, is crazy and unpredictable. There's always a chance to turn the game around, but not if you give up straight away. There will be situations where forfeiting and moving on to the next match is the most logical option, but you need to play as if you're going to win right up until that moment where it becomes 99% impossible. This aspect is all about mind state, and I'll be going into more psychological elements in future videos. But the one thing you can do is have something objective to associate with accepting defeat. For example, if you're losing by more than 5 goals with a minute left, it's probably out of reach, but any score or time frame before the limit you set, you stay focused and you try to turn it around. When it comes to not typing, just don't do it. Do not hit that enter button and vigorously type your rebuttal to someone spamming "what a save" over and over again. I think I was around Diamond 1 or 2 where my toxicity levels peaked, and it definitely affected my mental performance both inside and outside of the game. Aggressive typing won't get you anywhere. Your teammates aren't hoping for some random person to negatively reinforce them, they're just going to get angry and play worse. I'd say don't even type anything encouraging or positive because they'll probably think you're being sarcastic. You can adjust your chat preferences in the game settings to prevent others from triggering you. And try to rise above the quick chat spam and focus on winning the match. Most of the time, if you don't respond, the situation won't escalate. So that's it for this one. I hope these tips lead you to more victories and improve your overall level of enjoyment of the game. Just before I go, I want to tell you about a giveaway I'm doing, just to say thank you for making my first 2 months on YouTube so great. The prize is a choice of 2 black market items, either the new Hextide decal or the classic bubbly decal. The choice is yours. To enter, head over to my website and comment the phrase TPG give me free stuff. Remember to put your YouTube username in the comment. The only condition is that you have to be subbed to my channel. The winner will be announced 1 week from today's upload. First I clickbaited you, now I've hooked you with a giveaway. I have no self-respect left. See you in the next one!